Rated T for teen.
What's up, guys? Nevin Drabinsky, producer on UFC 2009 Undisputed, joining you here again from THQ. Now today we're going to focus on the brutal, varied, but beautiful art of the submission. Now way back in the dawn of the UFC, it was the submission that really defined mixed martial arts against all the other prize fighting that came before it. And UFC 2009 Undisputed honors that tradition by offering you the most complete submission system ever created.
Submissions can come from anywhere. Standing in the clinch, from the top of the mount, or even when your back is on the ground and things look completely hopeless. The best fighters know when the moment's right to land a quick submission and when to stay out of harm's way. Let's take a look at some of the submission techniques you'll be using in UFC 2009 Undisputed. The simplest is the offensive submission. You can perform a vast variety of offensive submissions from any number of positions. If you're dominating in mount, just click in on the right stick to attempt an armbar. If you find yourself in the sprawl, transition into backside control and go for a rear naked choke and totally dominate your opponent. Defensive submissions, on the other hand, are all about seizing opportunity. Now watch for those moments when your opponent gets a little overzealous. Then you go for it. You can catch a punch in midair, or grab a leg when he gets overconfident. Defensive submissions might be tougher to land, but when you nail one, it's pretty sick. No matter what submission you start, it can all come to nothing if you can't finish it. Now all it takes is a little advanced maneuver we like to call the shine. When you tie up your opponent in a submission, rotate the right stick as fast as you can. Shine hard enough and the other guy is toast. Applying submissions is one thing, but escaping them is quite another. That's where submission defense comes into play. If you find yourself on the wrong side of a submission, use the shine maneuver to make a technical escape. Just rotate the right stick to survive and stay in the fight. Now the beauty of a technical escape is it often ends with you in an advantageous position. The preferred escape for a brute force fighter is, well, the brute force escape. It may not have the finesse of a technical escape, but if you mash the face buttons fast enough, you can often punch your way out of a tight situation. And though it's unlikely to leave you with much of an advantage, brute force escapes can sometimes end with spectacular results.
Now this is just the tip of the submissions iceberg. Even if you're not a submission specialist, it pays to know the ins and outs of the submission system so that you can stay out of situations that will leave you vulnerable. At the end of the day, in UFC 2009 Undisputed, being the most complete fighter is a must.